Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode. Today we're talking about what is the next bull run going to look like for play and earn games in this space. Are we going to see a similar pattern to what happened last time? Some of you might be new to crypto and may have never experienced a bull run and therefore don't know what to expect. Are we going to see differences from the last bull run coming out of a bear market to the one that might be coming soon, seeing as we're seeing a lot of tokens up? Are we going to see a big difference because of play and earn and how it's moved on? Or are we going to see an absolute carbon copy of what happened last time? And if we are, that means a lot of opportunities token wise based on the last one and how I experienced it. It meant my portfolio increasing significantly very quickly. So we're going to be talking about that all in today's videos. Before we get into today's episode though, today's video is sponsored by EF Defense. So we're going to take a look at a little ad integration. So let's check this out and then we'll get right into it. Today's video is sponsored by EF Defense, a tower defense game that you can play on mobile devices, available iOS, Android and PC now. You can go download it via the link down below. This is available in worldwide except for China, and it offers play to earn capabilities. So whilst playing, you can earn the coins in the game. The goal in the game is to defend your base from the attack of enemies by strengthening and deploying your units. You'll be challenged to find solutions to building the strongest defense tower among various strategic combinations. There will be 4 types of core units that are combined in a layered form, and you can use these to prevent enemies from taking down your base. You will have resources. These are materials that you'll use to upgrade your units and also upgrade your structures. These buildings will support the growth and battles within the castle. The game offers PvP features, so you'll be able to battle to compete for the power between players, and there will be a guild system, so you can join up with friends or other people and form a group, and there will be user-to-user exchanges that you can benefit from. What makes the game unique is the variety of unique heroes that they have from various different tribes. What really stands out for this game for me is the fact that it has diverse battlefields, powerful specialized traps, a variety of different ways that you can defend and attack. You have protectors that are these cute little things that are not just mascots. These possess the power to really turn the tide of battle using their powerful skills. Protectors will hatch from tiny eggs, and you can take control of the battlefield and protect your allies with them. The game isn't your typical tower defense game. It has play to earn features, and the fact that it offers a variety of different styles of combat. There will be the frontier, where you can conquer the enemy bases beyond the defense that only protects the kingdom. There will be the arena, where you can win honorable combat against powerful opponents for the position of the strongest. You can also compete in the grand arena to fight across 3 different battlefields to claim victory. And there will be the Tower of Trials, where you can compete against increasingly difficult stages of guardians. And the game will be challenging for you because it will contain a variety of different enemies that you'll really have to strategize and think about what you play to be able to compete against those different enemies. So if you want a really good complex mobile game that offers a lot of strategy and skill to it, then go check out EF Defense down in the description below. Personally, having played the game, I find it really enjoyable. It offers a lot of different strategy and skill to use to be able to compete against players, and it's got a nice progression system. So if you're into the tower defense genre, this is definitely a game for you. So if the game looks good to you, go and download it now. All the links to this will be in the description below. Definitely recommend getting on it now early because they have a big update coming in August, so get your troops leveled up before then. If you have joined, let me know down in the description below. I will try to create a guild and you guys can join in and we can hopefully build a good guild together. So that's EF Defense. Go check it out. Okay, so currently as I'm looking at it as when recording this video, hopefully things have continued when I release it, but we see that everything is green pretty much. We have Bitcoin up 7.71% over a 24-hour period, which is huge. And we see over the 7 days 18.94%. Ethereum doing huge numbers over the past 7 days, 44%. If we think of where Ethereum has been though, it's not that surprising. It's not that huge a jump, but that's where buying those lows, buying the dips makes a huge difference. Are we going to see a repeat of this happen? You know, where we saw 2,400 go all the way up to 3,445 and then come back down again? It could well be, but hopefully this is the return of token prices increasing back to their all-time highs. You know, with 3x from this position back to their all-time high. So whilst 44% looks like it's a lot, but if you do compare it to a year ago this date, it has still got some way to go. It has lost 25% of where it was. Now, in the last mild bear market. We saw prices lose about 50% for things like Ethereum and Bitcoin, but we saw a huge dip in a lot of token prices for play and earn games, some losing 99% of their value. I had a lot of money invested in tokens around here and didn't get out quick enough. I was too hyped up and confident from these past experiences that where the tokens were just rising in price, and you know that can really crush your portfolio. But you can make it back if you buy the right tokens on the next dip. So if you have a lot of free cash to spare, so if you have a lot of disposable income, you can pick these tokens up now. But how does this compare to play and earn tokens? So from this position, you're seeing about a 2x if you bought here and sold here. So let's take a look at a token where we can compare what happened in the last bull run to maybe what we might see with some tokens this time around. So this is my DeFi pet, and during, if we take a look at the dates, we can see June 2021. So here was where the bear market hit, and we saw tokens drop. So we saw a height of 0.92 and token dropped in price to 0.3, losing 66% of its value. But then confidence picked up. It had a little gain, it made a little 2x here, but here is where it absolutely blew up. So we see prices from 0.3 or 1 going all the way up to 10 per token. So from this position, it was a 30x. From buying here, it was even higher. And these gains came really fast. So July the 1st all the way up to July the 25th. Over a course of just over 2 weeks, you could have made a huge gain in your portfolio. And this wasn't just the only token. What was quite difficult around this time was choosing tokens to invest in correctly, because every token was doing this. So this is Farah, and this went from, in July the 7th, from 0.28 all the way up to 5.71. We saw this in other tokens. Plant vs Undead, July the 7th. We see the token price around 0.14, going all the way up to $25 per token. So these had huge gains. The hardest thing was knowing which tokens do I invest in. If every token is doing this, then which token do I invest in? Mist did the same thing. Revamon. I tried to invest in games that I think had potential, and a lot of these games at this point had not even been created. So these were all just concepts. So we see July the 7th, I picked up some here, and it went all the way up to 1.11, and then later on another run went up to 1.83. It's come down significantly, 0.07, but even if I bought there and not sold, I'd still be at the same amount today. So it was hard to pick a token to invest in. And the question is, will we see that again? Usually there is a pattern. What you're looking for is Bitcoin to be going up as well as other tokens to be going up, because you've got that comfortable Bitcoin to fall back on. And as long as Bitcoin and Ethereum go up, there generally is more confidence in the market. So even if it's like 1% a day, 1%, you do start to see a lot more money going into altcoins. So this is where we could see that happening again. And it's about picking, which are the best coins to invest in. So if you are investing in any tokens, then really what you want to be doing is investing in ones with really good future potential, really good concepts, really good artwork, really good team, and the quality of games we're looking for is significantly higher than the last time. So games that are not as engaging are, auto battlers, card type games that we've seen duplicated based on the success of Axie Infinity and the like. I think those tokens won't see as significant an increase. They might see some gains, more people investing in the tokens. I don't think we're going to see the same that we saw in my DeFi pet, which is about like a Pokemon style battling game, or Faraland, which is an automatic RPG battler. I don't think we're going to see the same heights in those tokens. But we are starting to see more games, more concepts, and releases of games that are at exactly the same level in mobile gaming. I think we're a little bit off in PC console gaming. I don't think we've seen a game that is to the high level of quality. So you've got games like Big Time. So Big Time is a game that is so close to being there, I think, in terms of a console game with high quality, you know, graphics and also quality gameplay, cooperative gameplay. So there's that social gaming aspect to it. These are the games that I think are gonna do well. Now this doesn't actually have a token. You can invest in some of the NFTs. So if we go to the NFT marketplace, I still have a lot of money still in my account. So I think I have $1,700. Now there's no token for Big Time just yet. There are NFTs which, if you did like me, I mean, I told you about this, that I was doing this, that I was shorting my NFT. So I sold my legendary large space for 1,700. Now it would be sold for 540. And I'd sold that so that I could buy back. Honestly, I did it so that I could buy some mythic large space, which is 1,000. But actually, I can now afford exalted medium space. This was going for a lot of money. We're talking like $14,000 at one point. So I'm going to be happy to have the best level of space, almost second best. We don't have the large, which is 4,799. But yeah, this is a game that is definitely up there. So games like this and things like Undead Blocks, these are games that I think have a huge fun factor to them that is going to bring a lot of people into the game. Undead Blocks is basically Call of Duty Zombies. It's not the same level of quality, I wouldn't say, but it's definitely up there in terms of one of the best blockchain games in terms of quality. It runs really smooth. It just needs more features adding into it. Like you get in Call of Duty now, they realized that going through the rounds having just 3 weapons wasn't good enough. You needed more, so they added things like the ray gun and the random boxes, mystery box that you could get certain guns out of. They added the ability to upgrade your weapons, and that's where I think this game is going. That's where I think they're gonna get to eventually. But like a lot of blockchain games, we've got this, you know, starting base platform, and then they're building up towards it whilst the game is releasing, rather than this complete game and then doing it. Now, games that aren't doing that are games like Illuvium. Now, this is a game that is making sure they've got everything working really, really good. I have played the beta of this, and it's really enjoyable. It is an auto battler, but it has a lot of strategy to it, and the positioning of the characters makes a big difference in the matches that you play. It is going to have more than one game as well, so these are really good tokens to invest in, ones that have not plans for just one game, but an actual huge metaverse, and one that will be dominant, not just one that's going to offer a few little games, something that is going to offer high quality games that we see in comparison with console games. The artwork is next level, and I don't think it can be beaten by any game on the blockchain right now. Because of its quality though, the Illuvium token is one of the highest priced market caps out there. 82 million and fully diluted 1.2 billion. However, we have had a huge decrease in its token price over time, so we've seen it lose over 90% of its value, and it is at its low. You know, 92 was its real low, but 128 is still really, really, really low compared to where it could be. So if it did hit those all-time highs again, we are seeing a 10x from this position. You know, you'll see a lot of good feedback as well about the games. People very bullish. People thinking, question, is it going to reach its high again? Bullish on Ilv. We've got big scam. I mean, I don't know, it'd be the most hard-working scam ever, wouldn't it? The quality of it. Bearish. Ilv is going to under 30 soon. Big scam. This really is a scam. I've heard so much about it. It's definitely not a scam. I mean, people are always gonna FUD certain games, But I mean, a game that has delivered on everything that they've set out to. A game that didn't release any NFTs during the last bull run, where if they'd have released NFTs here, they'd have sold out no problem, and they'd have sold a hell of a lot of them. Instead, I think they sold them in a bear market and still sold out of all the land. There's more to come, which I am waiting for, because I always recommend waiting till the supply. If they're going to sell, you know, 100,000, but they're going to sell it in 25,000 at a time, always wait to the last one. It usually goes down in price, because as supply increases, demand typically decreases and prices of NFTs goes down. But it's still definitely one of those tokens worth investing in and potentially holding some in a bear market. Probably the biggest metaverse out there is Gala. Gala Games have so many games on their roster, so many high quality games, big IPs like Walking Dead. We have Battlestar Galactica. We have Grit, which is their new game that they released during, I think, like one of their events, which looks really cool. Battle Royale games set in like Western times. Eternal Paradox, Spider Tanks, which is a PvP brawler, Town Crush Superior, Walking Dead, Legends Reborn, Town Star, which is already available to play, Mirandus, which a lot of people are excited for, Fantasy RPG. Some of the NFTs though are very, very expensive. Like we're talking over $10,000 for certain pieces of land. Legacy, Last Expedition. So this is truly probably the biggest token associated with more high quality games. And if we take a look at the action on this token price, we saw it hit 0.71 over there, and it's now come down to 0.05. So again, another token that has lost over 90% of its value. And if it hit those all-time highs though, another 10x opportunity. We saw it was there, and look at, I mean, when it was here, that would be a great time to buy. Imagine buying it at 0.0002 and then still holding it at 0.7. That would be way over 100x. And that's what I'm saying. In a bull run, crypto tokens can increase significantly, way faster and way more than tokens like Bitcoin with huge market caps. These tokens have low market caps, and if you spot them early, see their potential, when they develop and hit a bull run, token prices can increase. But the biggest question is, how has past experiences with play and earn affected people's confidence in investing in these tokens in the same way? Are we going to see the same level of confidence? Play and earn was so popular during this period. You can tell that from, you know, just feedback from groups of who's buying NFTs, who's buying tokens now. You could tell that by, you know, how many people were actually playing some of these new games that were coming out. I don't think we're seeing that level of games that are capturing people's attention and making people want to invest in their tokens and NFTs. And some of you who have never experienced a bear market before might be the people who got in on the last bull run. You might have been the people who got in here, but you might also be the people who got in here. And so your only experiences might be of having just lost money. And that can hurt, and it can really hit your confidence in willing to invest again. And when you see tokens go down and down and down and down, confidence just dips more and more, because you're like, if you're still holding, I'm losing more and more and more, losing more. But as we see with Bitcoin, you invest at the lows and you can see some big games. Ethereum, 50%, almost 50% gains in the past 7 days. The play and earn tokens are very, very high risk because of that ability to lose so much. Ethereum, Bitcoin, you're going to lose 66% of your investment, you know, at most. Realistically, in the past year, that's what people will have seen. Then buy at highs and have lost about 66% of their portfolio. But with these tokens, losing 90% or 99%, having £1,000 in that going down to being worth $10, that hits harder. It's very high risk. But bull markets are the best time to buy some of these tokens if they start to see that rise again, if we start to see some all-time highs being hit. We don't know. Play and earn, I don't think has been around long enough for us to get a pattern in the market to say, okay, this is definitely going to be cyclical. It's definitely going to go up and down in exactly the same way. We don't know if it's actually going to be even better. You know, it might be a huge craze coming back into play and earn as we start to see some of these games being able to capture the attention of gamers outside of the blockchain space. If non-crypto gaming just, you know, let's just say it was wiped out and there was only crypto gaming available, there would be a huge influx of players. And you know, you just need 1 billion people buying $1 of a token to increase that market cap significantly. And we know there are billions of gamers out there. So I think there could be another, you know, craze of play and earn. If we start to see those token prices go up a bit, you know, 100% here and there, then people will start to invest in them. And when people make gains, that's when people start talking about the gains, and word of mouth gets spread and people get drawn into the NFT gaming space. And I think we've still got another one coming soon, now that games are getting to a high level, like Gala Games, like Illuvium, like Big Time. But pick your tokens carefully. Do your research. Make sure that it is a game that you think is up to a high standard now, that you think is going to survive the next 3 years, that is going to have future developments, that has a good team behind it, that you know can deliver, that have experience in delivering a game of its quality. And I think you'll be safe, and you might be positioned in the right place to pick up tokens. As you can see, you know, my portfolio is currently sitting at 1,217, and I've been waiting. I've been holding my USDT, waiting for the right term to invest. I think personally, I'm gonna wait a while and see what these markets do, see whether this is just an up run or whether we are going into another bull run. And then when I feel like there's a good amount of confidence, I will start to invest in some of the games that I think have potential in the future. Okay, well, that's all for this one. Stay tuned for any updates on that. If you want to keep up to date with that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit like if you've enjoyed the video. That is all from me. See you guys soon.